Hey friends, Kevin Gehring here, your Sacramento, Stockton area realtor and lender, back with your weekly real estate report. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done the report, but I've been keeping up with statistics. So it's going to be interesting, but hey, let me tell you about what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Well, of course, last week was Thanksgiving, so pretty much I was eating on Thursday, but the week before that, I took a flight. What some of you don't know about me is that I am sort of into aviation. So this is a picture of my plane right here. And what I did is I took my plane and I flew back to Arkansas. And I picked up my son and his two dogs. Here they are, Milo and Kita, checking out their hearing protection. And for the first time thinking, what are you going to do to me? So my son, Milo and Kita, we all flew back from Arkansas back in my plane, made it back safe and sound, had a great flight. Did the statistics, but I didn't post them. So here we go. Let's take a look at the chart and see what you have missed in the last 2 weeks. Well, this is not pretty. I talked a lot about when we were in this plateau right down here on this green line. This is the available homes. And I says, gosh, I hope it doesn't get any worse, but we should expect a cyclical or a seasonal drop in the available homes. And sure enough, that is really happening. I mean, this is really low. So let me take a look at the actual numbers here on my other screen. We're down to 2,217. This is the lowest I've ever seen it. If we go back and look, it never drops below that line. The only thing that ever drops below this 200 line is nothing. So we are about to drop below that 200 line, which would be 2,000 because it's times 10. So we're about to drop through that line. That is not good at all. Pending sales. Take a look at pending sales. It has continued to fall off the cliff here. Again, that is something to be expected seasonally. But what I've talked a lot about is the difference in the spread. Remember, we've got an inverted line here. Rarely ever does it happen where the green line, the available homes, is below the pending sales. Normally, it's the other way around. You can see it here. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. Occasionally, like over here, you can get a small inversion, but this is just unprecedented. So we have this spread, and I've been watching the spread, and the spread has been maintaining the active versus pending. The spread has been maintaining right about 2,200. So at 2,200, then it dropped like 2,100 range. We have dropped to the 2,023 range. So these are getting closer together. That I think is good news for, especially for first-time home buyers or home buyers, I should say, wanting to get in. But supply and demand, of course, is driving this gold line, the median sales price up. Now, the last 2 weeks, we've seen it turn down. I do have it up a little bit for right now, but remember, I don't have all of the statistics in yet for this week. So it takes another week for agents to get all their data in. So when that comes in, we'll see where this is corrected. Sales. Now, this looks really scary. I mean, we've had this huge drop in sales. This is a corrected, it's not really a corrected number, but it's an anticipated corrected number. I know how far off it's going to be. Right now, the sales reported for this past week are only 341. So it'd be way down here, but the number's usually off by about 150%. So, off by about 50%. So multiply that by 150%, and that brings me back up to here. So probably going to see it somewhere in this, 500 to 600 sales for the last week. But, it was Thanksgiving. We had a short week. So that's to be expected. If we went around and started looking at some of the dates where it did drop off, we would see that historically happens. But again, we usually start to see, if we look at the bigger picture of the red, we start to see it start to curving down this time of year. So if we look down the date, it usually starts curving around about April, May, June, July. By the time we hit December area, it's already bottomed out. It's just not bottoming out yet. So it's really kind of a delayed thing. But again, all of these numbers have been delayed. It's just kind of a weird thing. News today, the governor talked about a new possible stay-at-home order for the next 3 weeks coming very rapidly. Not really sure what that's going to do to real estate, if that's going to affect us, if we're going to be allowed to go out and continue to sell homes or not. That's I haven't researched that one yet, but that's kind of where we're headed with that. So rates, rates are doing really well. They are staying right about 2.71%, 2.72. Very little movement in the 30-year fixed rates. And that is what Freddie Mac's reporting, 2.71% with 0.7 of a point up front, the average. But here's what's really interesting is that right now, a lot of lenders are really relaxing and opening up. Just today, I was noticing that FHA, there's some new FHA rules that a lot of lenders are coming out with. They're dropping the 50% debt to income cap. And they're just saying, hey, as long as you can run it through the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac underwriting engines and the algorithms spit out a go, you're good. No longer do they have these hard caps. So some of those rates have dropped down. Underwriting is getting easier. It's getting more makes sense. So that is the great news. So anyway, that's where we are this week. Again, interesting times. I can't wait to see what this looks like next Thursday. So stay tuned. Talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.